taking your little honeybee, we have two positions that you can breastfeed your baby in. One is called the cradle hold. That's the one I typically go to, and that's like the one you see. Or it's the football hold, and that's when the baby is a little tucked under your armpit. And you can do this on either side. Here's the football hold, and then we have the cradle hold, the one that I love to do. Number 2 is align the baby's body. Looking at their head, shoulders, and hips, make sure they're nicely aligned and straight. No scrunched up or bent bodies. That will call for a fussy baby. So you want to make sure they're nice and aligned, head, shoulders, and hips. Next, align the nose with your nipple. So when you're in your cradle position, you want your baby's nose to be in a line with your nipple. Not pressed up against your nipple, but in the same line. So when it's time to latch, they are in the correct position. In the cradle position, make sure your baby's head, shoulders, and hips are aligned. Make sure that your hand is supporting their head. And with that, you should be able to pull your baby's head back and forth towards the nipple and away. And be sure that that nose, like we said, is in a line with the nipple. That way your hand should be able to bring your baby to and from the breast. And with that, you need to make sure that you're snugging that baby nice and close with so that that baby is supported and you don't have to worry about them popping out of your hands. With the body straight and the head mobile, you're going to gently pull back the head and the baby's mouth should open nice and wide, chin dropped very low, not none of that little open mouth stuff. You want a nice wide mouth for a good latch. So their chin will come all the way down and they'll be able to latch on perfectly with a wide mouth. So make sure before you latch that that mouth is wide. With the big wide open mouth, you're going to first lead with your chin. So you bring the chin to the breast first and then roll the mouth on. So it's chin, then mouth. Chin, roll, mouth on. And that way your hand should still be supporting their head and helping aid them in that motion. So it's chin, then head, chin, then head. Once your honeybee is latched, you want to watch their ears and their jaws for any rocking motion. So you know when you drink something, your jaw moves, you can kind of see those ears moving up and down just like this. You want to watch that, and you also want to watch to see if they're actually swallowing anything, because sometimes you can just see them doing this and there's nothing swallowing. So you want to watch for, and that you see the throat actually swallow. So you want to watch their ears and their jaw. And if you don't see anything, you might not have your letdown yet. And what letdown is just when your body, as your baby is sucking, it tells your body that, hey, send down the milk. And then you will actually feel that tingling sensation, and you will feel the milk kind of draining down into those milk ducts. And once that happens, you should see your baby actually swallowing the milk. For me, I never saw my baby swallow in the beginning until the letdown came down. So I just kind of see her sucking, but nothing's actually swallowing. So I would see the ears and the jaw rocking, but I wouldn't actually see the swallowing motion. So you need to make sure that they're actually swallowing something to ensure that they're getting your milk. Owie, owie, owie! That hurts. What is happening? Don't throw your baby. That's not how you behave when it hurts, okay? I have a method. So if your baby latched on and you thought it was perfect, but it's starting to hurt and you feel pain, I have a solution. Take your finger, just like that, just one finger, and you're going to scoop your nipple out of their mouth. So I'll show you it again. You're just going to take your finger and kind of scoop your nipple away from the baby's mouth. So you're scooping your nipple. You're not scooping their mouth out. You're scooping your nipple out of their mouth, and that way you can take that hand and pull pull the baby's head while you're scooping out your nipple. Your honeybee's fine. It's okay. She's okay. No worries. If something feels wrong and painful, like not like the painful throwing your baby on the floor, but a pain that you feel as though is far worse than you think it should feel, I would contact my lactation consultant and see if you should be doing something a different way, or that you may need some nipple shields in the beginning. Because in the beginning, breastfeeding does hurt because it's something that you're not used to on your breast. So you have to get used to it. It took me about 2 weeks, 2 to almost 3 weeks to get used to breastfeeding, and my nipples took a beating for it. So TMI, sorry, warning, too late. So there's going to be a time in the beginning where it is going to hurt, but your nipples become steel and they don't hurt anymore. And you should be grateful that God made you that wonderful that you could do this and it be okay after a couple weeks. If you feel like you latched on and you had to do the scooping method to get baby off, go ahead and start back over. It's okay. It took me a couple of tries to get a good latch. In the beginning, it wasn't just second nature. I had the knowledge of how to latch, but it wasn't working out because it was the first time I actually did it with a baby. So, and not a doll, as you saw. So, it takes some getting used to. So, if you feel like that latch is incorrect and the baby didn't latch on correctly, don't keep doing it. Stop, scoop out, and start over, because once your baby learns how to do it incorrectly, they will forever do it incorrectly, and it could cause more damage to your nipples, it might be painful for your baby. So you want to make sure your latch is good, and these steps should help you do that.